Hey, book lovers, book readers, book friends. Welcome to Read This Book. I am your book hostess, LaShonda, and I'm here to give you the latest book review. I'm so happy you're here watching this channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. This week's book review is about a book. It is entitled Bear, like rawr, not bear like being naked. See what I did there? It is Bear by Danielle James, and she is an amazing writer that I just recently discovered. Thank you, KU, for that. Recently discovered her work, and she's amazing. So when she was dropping hints about the new book and how excited she was, I was like, well, okay, let me get on board. So I got it, I downloaded it, I read it. It was a little different. It was a little different. First of all, I love a book that has interesting character names. So the main two characters in the book is Bear and Cecily. Now, first of all, with the guy named Bear, he has brothers named Hawk and Wolf. I immediately thought it was going to be an interracial novel. Because, come on, how many black male leads in a book is gonna be named Bear? I mean, come on. But points for that. And then, took me into another space. It was not an IR romance, but an AA romance. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the book. So Bear. Bear is a young drug dealer who is raised by his father, who is a narcissist. He is a grade A asshole. He is the devil incarnate. He is the worst. And so Bear takes over his organization when his father is sent to prison, and he's running things, he's doing all types of moves and just making it prosper and whatnot. And meantime, his father still treats him like he's nothing but an underling. He constantly reminds him that he ain't shit, he ain't gonna be shit, and everything he has is because of him, and he has to do everything his father say, because if not, it's wrong and he's stupid. So Bear has been raised by this controlling jerk face father, if you want to call him that. Cecily is his best friend. He's known since childhood, and she recently returns back to Louisiana after a tragedy happens to her while she's at college. And so she's back at home to kind of lick her wounds, and before you know it, there's this growing attraction between her and Bear, and she gets it. She's loved him, she's liked him, she's had a crush on him for forever, whereas he has never ever been in love, felt love, don't know what love is. All he know is money, power, and pussy, to be blunt. So he's trying to figure out what this is that he's feeling. Like, he knows that he loves her like a sister way, and that he would protect her and he would do for her, but not like love her like a man loves a woman, how being vulnerable. So it was a very interesting story in the love versus hate, or nature versus nurture. I got it out. It's interesting in that dynamic, because you're seeing from the male perspective this guy, this tough guy who's been so entrenched to bury his feelings, who's been so entrenched to be hard. You see him the armor gets picked away as he gets to know her better, and as they start growing into a relationship, how she breaks down his armor, and how he recognizes and deals with how he feels about being in love with her, and understanding that love doesn't make you weak, that love actually makes you stronger, adds purpose to life and all this stuff, right? So he's having this epiphany, and she's just like, fool, I told you, welcome to my world. But there's a lot of other things that is happening in the book. Like I said, something happened to Cecily while she's in college, while she was in college, and she came home to lick her wounds. So there's the story about that and why she came back. There's a story, the underlying Cecily's mom is actually the housekeeper for Bear, and turns out that she is sick. She's been diagnosed with dementia, and so they're trying to grapple with that, because Bear's father gets released from prison early, and He has no qualms about killing people. If you no longer serve a purpose for him, boom, you're dead. I mean, out the gate at the beginning of the book, he killed his own son. He killed Hawk because he told him not to mess with a certain girl, and he did anyway, and he lied about it, and so he killed him. So Bear didn't really have he really didn't have any choice but to toe the line. But because he's in charge, because he's been away, he didn't have that influence from his father, and Cecily is getting under his skin, and the guys that are under his command, his soldiers, they respect him, and they, go hard for him. He's coming to understand the term of family. Also in the book, hey, I'm down for some sexy sex scenes. Hey, okay. This one went a little far, okay? Cecily is 21. She's only been with one guy, but yet she is like hardcore sex with Bear. I'm like, girl, you just came home on Tuesday. Y'all having sex on Friday? And then Monday you're taking it in the ass? What is this? What? I was like, okay, she's letting her freak flag fly. Go ahead, Cecily. But when they got into the whole biting and drawing blood type of stuff, no ma'am, that was not for me. So that kind of made me go, ugh. But it did not take away from the overall story, which is under the underlying stuff. It is a love story. It is about nurture versus nature. It is about how loyalty and respect flows both ways. It's about family, and it's about just letting yourself be open and accepting love and light into your world, because we're not born evil, so there's that aspect of, are you truly good, are you truly evil? Because Bear saw Cecily as the light in his life. He was darkness, she was light, and she liked his darkness. So there's some things that was going on in the book with their story, with how they came to be, and just how Bear dealt with that, and how Cecily was really trying to deal with the tragedy that happened to her while she was away. But at the end, they find their way to each other and accept that they are in fact in love. He loves her, she loves him. There's some twists in the book. I don't want to give it away because I want you to go and read the book. And it has an interesting twist at the end too that I did not see coming. So I was like, are you setting me up for a book too, Miss Danielle James? I don't really know. But overall, it was a really good book. It was a quick read, or maybe it's just me because I stay up past my bedtime. But I read it. I enjoyed it a lot. Again, it takes place in Louisiana, which I'm familiar with. It's got drugs, it's got violence, it's got sex, it's got love, it's got, romance, it's got touchy-feely, but then it also has dirty and grimy, because she got pretty graphic with saying how they dispose of bodies, which I kind of like. Sometimes I worry that I might be a little bit disturbed. But who knows? But anyway, the book is Bear. It's by Danielle James. She is all over Amazon, so you can get it there. You can get it through, if you're on Kindle Unlimited, you can get it through there as well. She has many, many, many books to dive into, and I am looking forward to reading more of her work. So that is my review of Bear by Danielle James. And I hope that you enjoy it. So until next time, read a good book.